All right, before we get to the teasers, let's talk about them. Your Philadelphia Eagles versus the Rams. Philadelphia is favorite now, -4.5. Total is 50.5. Money line -218. Eagles won obviously last week overtime against the Washington Commanders. Good game, Jalen's best game, I would say, from a passing standpoint. Um, Still got hit a little bit. Defense still leaky. I know they signed was it Robbie or Roby
Roby. Yep.
from the Saints. And
Saints.
we keep getting these Saints players. Um and it was interesting because is he a slot corner? Is he a slot
Nickel.
corner? A nickel?
Yeah, I think he was for a
Was he?
while. Hmm.
Okay. So they want to move Bradbury back out. That's pretty
Probably
much what that
makes
is.
sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Yeah,
They
that's
tired
what
of
I
seeing
wasn't sure why. I was like, why do we need a corner? I was like, is somebody hurt that I don't know about?
was
But
tired of seeing Job getting burnt. He ain't ready yet.
mm, yeah, yeah,
They're
that
getting
makes
cooked on
sense.
the outside.
So no props as of yet. A little bit, just field goal props. Is this like automatic, like for Jake Elliott? Like I feel like he's the lead leader, a league leader in making field goals each and every game.
I
I'm
do
not.
like that line here in this game. Because I think the Rams can get some stops as far as going in red zone. They are pretty stout up front. Obviously, you have Aaron Donald up there and the rest of those boys. So I do see them kind of relying on the field goal. The only issue you got to worry about sometimes is that we're automatically going forward on anything short of 1 yard. That's 4th and 1, 4th and inches. We're doing a tush push, so that can kind of hinder the field goal. But
Mhm.
I do like that. I think that's good value there, -120.
Yeah, I'm looking. So last two games he's got three field goals. So I'm going back. We might have a best bet live here. I wasn't even looking at this. I just want to see what this number is um with the game. But while I'm looking for this one, talk to me about this game. What do you see in this game?
Um, the better team right here is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep. East Coast,
Um,
that East Coast traveling west.
the key thing is Matthew Stafford, I think, was hobbled coming out of the last
Yeah,
game. He
injury.
didn't he didn't look that great. I think it was a hip injury, right?
Yep,
But I
he's
do
playing.
fear this team a little bit because they show me spots where they can compete. Um, they competed against the 49ers for the most part of that game. They competed against the Bengals, and we know the Bengals are struggling, but that was a spot there for the Bengals to actually win here. That was a tight game, and then they go to Indianapolis in a tough environment, um, and was Indianapolis hanging in there, and they were able to kind of come out with that victory. So I do think this game is going to be a little bit tighter than most. We are traveling over to the West Coast,
Hmm.
East to West time, so we got to make sure that we are focused and ready to go. Washington kind of took us to the brink, right? Like we had a little bit of a scare there.
Hmm.
And I feel like this Rams game is going to be very similar to what that Washington game looked like. So for me, I'm
Mm.
off this game. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow this would be the loss we get for some reason. I think the best case though is that Matthew Stafford is not 100%, regardless if he plays or not. So we should be able to expose the Rams there in that standpoint. But I just want us to stick to our game plan and run the football. Now we got away from that last week, and we seen what happened. Got away from running the football, and we was in overtime. So hopefully we stick to the run game, stick to the game plan, and get out of there as soon as we can.
So I think the big thing here for me, I have two best bets here. It hasn't dropped yet. I'm waiting for it to drop. I do understand that Stafford hip did hurt his hip, but he is going to play. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to play, and I think he'll be fine. We don't have a pass rush. Just gonna be honest. We don't as much as we have. We don't have a pass rush, so I think he'll stay somewhat clean. I think Reddick getting that first sack was huge for him. Just getting his confidence back. It's been a while. Obviously, we made that bet last week, and so else did the world all of a sudden too after we bet it. Talked about it on Wednesday. But my first best bet on this game is this bet. Give me Jake Elliott over 1.5 field goals at -120. I absolutely love this bet. I just did a quick look at it, bro. 3 field goals average in every game so far. This is a bad, like, unless this is, I don't, because the line is, the total is 50, right? 50 and a half.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I think you might be right. Let's look at the Rams. They play Seattle. Myers had 2 field goals for Seattle.
Go
Let's
ahead, talk to
see.
me.
I
Because
mean,
I
let's
looked
dig.
at the Eagles and he's
Yeah,
had
we got.
3 field goals average
Let's take a
every
look at
game.
it. 49ers, Rams. Let me see. Moody had 2 field goals. He had 3 field goals.
Hmm.
Um, and let's see against the Colts. Meyer had. I'm sorry, not looking at Meyer. Colts didn't have any field goals in that game.
Well, it's because the Colts suck. They don't got. They don't. They can't move the ball.
I do like the play. I think I'm actually gonna follow you there. I am.
Yeah.
I mean, I
And
like these type of bets.
it's
Go ahead.
weird. It's a weird bet to make for me. I don't really bet field goal kickers.
Mhm.
I'd never bet, but it's a 2 unit play. I'm putting 2 unis on these things, boy.
I like
Give
that.
me 2 units on this play. And my other second best bet in this game when it drops is automatically betting Matt Stafford over his passing yards. Our pass
Okay.
defense is so leaky because we have no pass rush. We've given up, I believe, 300 yard passers, and out of the 4 games that we played, actually the one, I think, actually no, I think only 2. I know Cousins had it. Yeah, no, Cousins had it. Jones had it. Baker did not have it. Yeah, so 2. I'm sorry. Two out of the last 3. How almost had, I just looked. I thought he might. He had 290 yards passing, and we actually got to him a little bit. Right, we sacked him, I think,
Mhm.
5 or 6 times, and he still had 290, probably because of overtime as well. But give me the better quarterback, um, throwing for 300. The the rumor is that Cup might come back and play in this game. He will be on a snap count if he does. But him and Puka Nasua against whatever we throwing out there with no pass rush. Oh yeah, Stafford's going to be able to throw this chicken around, man.
Hopefully,
So
like I said, he got a hip injury, so let's see. Like I said, well, this is Wednesday. Let's see how it goes throughout the week.
he's
But I would
bro, he's playing.
if he
He's
gets
playing.
better, I would look
He
at
he he,
Puka
he didn't
too.
play with a broken shoulder. He's playing. Trust me. He is playing. He's one of them old school tough guys. So, not taking a side in this game, because
Yeah.
I think the line is pretty sharp. I would actually, unfortunately, lean the Rams here, with that +4.5. But it wouldn't surprise me if the Eagles bomb on them, and go up big early. So, and there's another thing too here, man. I want to ask you a question because I had this thought process, because we complain and we talk about AJ Brown. Um, but what I've noticed the trend, when he gets the ball, we are a more explosive offense than when Devontae Smith gets the ball. Like
Mhm.
Devontae does his thing, but like explosive offense, like this thing starts to really like open up is when AJ gets the ball. Like, so for those who talking about, oh, he's a receiver and this is what they do, a little bit of TO kind of look, et cetera, et cetera. Buddy got a point, man. Bro got a point. Big bro got a point, man. Swole Batman got a point. When he gets the ball, this offense is in a different element. You know what I mean? This offense looks different. Love Devontae Smith. He is the future. Think he's going to be great. Got almost kind of like Hall of Fame written on him a little bit here of how good he can be, especially with that wiry frame, body control, gets open, kind of that Stefan Diggs mode in terms of that type of style of play where but man, when AJ gets the ball, bro, this offense is special.
Yeah, I
So
mean, he's just a beast out there,
he
and
is a
you,
beast.
you really can see his speed, his quickness, as
Hmm.
he runs his routes. I think, like you said, he's just He's just hard to cover. I think Devontae is more your sure hands. He's gonna go get you some big plays each and every game. Devontae really gives you some big plays each and every game. Um, like I said, we just gotta stick to the run though. We gotta help and support Jalen Hurts as much as we can, and running the football is how we do it. You might want to look at Puka prop receiving or receiving yards also this week, depending if how healthy Stafford's going to be. That might be also another play there.
Yeah. Those props hasn't come out for this game yet, and it's probably more likely because Stafford hasn't been named as of yet. But yeah, no, I like yeah, I really like. I think that Jake Elliott might be my best play of everything. Like seriously, that's crazy. But